And good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to high school basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. It is the opening night for these two schools as we got a 6A versus 4A matchup as the Lone Peak Knights take on the Cottonwood Colts. A pleasant Wednesday evening to you all. So glad you guys could kick off your basketball season with us as we bring you another season of high school basketball here on KSL Sports Rewind. Matt Coma joining here high above the court here at Cottonwood High as we're seeing the Lone Peak Knights being introduced onto the court. The Knights coming into tonight's contest, coming off an 11-12 record in the season 1 year ago. Finished as the number 10 seed in the RPI before falling to Riverton in the second round, looking to right the ship. As on the other side, we've got the Cottonwood Colts, the 4A runners-up a season ago, lost to Layton Christian in the championship game, but returned a lot of young talent to this Cottonwood Colts roster. Looking to kick things off on a high note tonight, as they came in, finished last season 21-6, a perfect 12-0 in Region 10 as well, looking to win the region once again. They were picked to win the region by Deseret News, trying to get to the championship game once again this season.
The Knights of Lone Peak are coached by
teams have been introduced. Cottonwood, as you can see, will be in the white uniforms tonight. Lone Peak's in the maroon uniforms. As both these teams kicking off the season tonight. The season opened last night with a handful of games across the state of Utah. Tonight, the first game of the year for these two squads. Starting lineups look like this for Lone Peak. It's Austin Simons, Enoch Mitchell, Jackson Taylor, the all-around scoring threat, Kruth Fotheringham, and Sam Suarez rounding out the starting five for Lone Peak. For Cottonwood, Tengus Bay, Hamilton Lease, John Rosevere, Bo Smith, and Luke Park will be your starting five for the Colts. Just waiting for tip-off here as we kick off the 2024-25 season here on KSL Sports Rewind as Lone Peak wins the tip and immediately go to work as Mitchell gets fouled 5 seconds into the game. It's the first foul. And it's going to be on Lease. And we'll see our first free throws of the season. And they belong to Enoch Mitchell 5 seconds into the contest. First free throws up and no good. Enoch Mitchell, the senior, one of the many seniors on this Lone Peak roster, averaged about 5 points a game last year for the Knights as he gets the first point of the season. And it's 1-0 here early. Colts push the pace, driving the other way and trying to draw the foul was Park. Rebound goes the Knights. Taylor quickly over to Mitchell far side. Now kicks it back up top. Looking to drive is Fotheringham. Now a three-point attempt is no good. Collected by Bay. Near side, Park settles things down as Bay will fire a deep three and connect. First three of the night belongs to Tengus Bay. 3-1 your score here, a minute gone. As Fotheringham cross the court to Simons. Mitchell back to Fotheringham. He'll try a three. That one no good. Simons comes up with a rebound. Goes back up with it. No good. Picked up by Rosevere. Colts in the front court now, and a foul is going to be called on Mitchell. That'll be the first on the Knights. Fouls on the floor, so it'll be side out here for the Cottonwood Colts, up 3-1 1 minute into the regular season. Both these teams opening up the campaigns tonight. As Luke Park brings it across the timeline, passes near side for Rosevere. Leading scorer a season ago for this squad as he looks to throw that one up. That one no good. Rebound collected by Mitchell, and the Knights come the other way. Mitchell quickly into the front court, kicks it out. Simons in the corner for three. That one's short. Rebound, loose on the deck. Still being fought for. Now it's picked up by the Colts. As Park dribbles to the line, kicks it back out. Bay hesitates, drives, now has it swatted away. It comes back out to Smith, and a timeout is called by the Colts. A frantic pace here early in this one. We'll take the timeout as well with 6:24 to play in our opening quarter. The Colts with a 2-point lead.
Hey, cheerleaders, this is our first game.
Welcome back. 6:24 to play in our opening quarter. Cottonwood and Lone Peak kicking off the season here tonight. Colts with the balls. They kick it into Park. Park looks to drive. Now kicks it back out. Now Bo Smith leaves it back for Park, and the Colts reset. 15 on the shot clock. Park gets on the give and go and is fouled. That'll be on Austin Simons.
Number 2.
That'll be the second foul
Second team foul
for the Knights here in this quarter. Inbound down low. Park gives it off to Smith. Receives it back with a new shot clock. Park goes cross court. In the near side is Rosevear, off the glass, and an offensive foul. Good pursuit there from Sam Suarez, draws the offensive foul. That'll be the first on Rosevear. That negates the bucket, and it's back to Lone Peak with 6 minutes to go. As the clock didn't start on the inbound, so we'll take off a couple of seconds off the clock here. First game for everybody here this season. We still have football still going on. The state championship games going on tomorrow. Of course, Ty Cogswell, one of the normal players on the Lone Peak roster, not on the roster yet because football season's not over. He'll be in the championship game taking on Corner Canyon tomorrow up at Rice Eccles. Still 3-1 our score here early in this one as they're just still trying to figure out the clock.
Right, 6 minutes. 6 minutes anyway.
So just waiting. 5:57 is where they'll put it at. And Simons inbounds it to Mitchell. Conwood in that zone defense. Cross-court pass. Mitchell up top Simons. Dish it inside. Taylor now down low. Suarez kicks it back out. Back inside it goes. Now Taylor open for three, and he hits. First 3 points of the season for Jackson Taylor, the leading scorer coming back for the Knights. As Cottonwood quickly back the other way and answers with 2. Hamilton Lease with 2 points. Back and forth we go, 5-4 now. Simons directs traffic up top, gives it over to Mitchell far side. Over to Fotheringham, double coverage, and swatted away there by Bay, and the ball bounces out of bounds. Last touch by the Knights. It'll be Cottonwood basketball with 5:07 to go. Quick inbound pass to Park. Navigates his way through, that layup short. Rebound Suarez. Now Taylor quickly to Fotheringham, now in the corner Mitchell. And that errant pass is going to go back. This will be a backcourt violation on the Knights. It'll be Cottonwood ball. As both teams still figuring things out here with 4:52 to go. Both teams with 2 fouls each. Mentioned it's a 6A, 4A matchup, but a pretty even matchup between these two schools. Lone Peak about 500 season a year ago. And mentioned Cottonwood made it to the championship game as that pass inside stolen by Taylor. Breaks the other way, looks for another 3, and he's got another 3. 6 points early for Jackson Taylor. Picking up where he left off last season. And an answer on the other side is Bay. Answers for a 3. It's 3s all over the place. As now Tangus Bay's got 6 points. 2 threes for him, 2 threes for Taylor. Suarez gives it back to Taylor. He's got the hot hand. Can't get that one to roll. Suarez, good offensive rebound. Now Fotheringham will try it from the corner, and he's got his first points. Drew Fotheringham's first points of the season. It's another 3. That's a third one made tonight for Lone Peak. As Bay, step back 3 of his own, and that one no good, in and out. And last touch by the Colts. 3:45 left in the first quarter. 10-8 your score. So we'll get our first substitutions. Drew Toulson comes in for Mitchell, along with Logan Brimhall. We'll check in for Suarez. Malay Tem comes in for the Colts. Also, number 20, Tommy Yates, in for the Colts. Lone Peak basketball with 3:40 to go. Simons trying to direct traffic. Has Yates in his face, lost the handle, unable to get it back, and gives it over to Taylor. And a foul is called at the top.
Fouls on number 0, Tangus Bay.
That'll be on Tangus Bay. That'll be his first.
Foul against Cottonwood.
And it's just a little scrum looking for that loose ball. Third team foul on the Colts. Knights get a new shot clock. Fotheringham up top, gives it to Taylor. Quick shot three. That one off the front iron. Rebound loose, and good save by Simons to Fotheringham for three. That one no good, and another foul is called. This one will be on the Knights, looks like. It'll be on number 32. That'll be Logan Brimhall. That'll be the third on the Knights.
3 team fouls for this team.
Knights going with a full court press here with 3:17 left. And that pass makes its way all the way to the top. Smith, now Rosevear. Kicks it back out at Tem. Back to Rosevear. Double coverage down low. Throws it up off the glass. No good. Rebound Fotheringham, and a foul committed there by Rosevear. Should be on Rosevear. And it is Rosevear. That'll be that's his second foul. And he'll have to come out. Luke Park will check back in for the Colts. 3:03 left in the quarter. That's now 4 team fouls on the Colts. So the Knights will be shooting free throws the rest of the quarter. Simons looks to drive inside, off the glass, and for two. That's the first bucket of the season for Simons. As the full court pass attempt, able to track it down, lost his step. And now Yates able to control it. Park, floater in the lane. That one's short. Rebound Fotheringham. That one's almost stolen by a Tem. And now Fotheringham far side back to Taylor. Rings around the horn. Simons hesitate, drives off the glass low. Good pressure from a Tem. And a foul is called on the Colts. And it'll be on Bo Smith.
Bo Smith, that's his first foul.
Fifth foul of the quarter.
Checking the game for Cottonwood, number 1, Hamilton Lease.
Hamilton Lease checks back in. He'll take over for Bo Smith, who just had the foul. Hey, it's the fifth foul, so it should be shots here for the Knights. With 2:27 to go. 12-8 the score here. As Fotheringham has a little blood. Having to wipe it off as we get free throws. It'll be for Jackson Taylor, first time in the line tonight. Mentioned Taylor, the leading stat, basically every stat that the Lone Peak has, Jackson Taylor is the returning leader for this Lone Peak Knights basketball squad. Chamberlain Burgess was the other big name. He is no longer with the program. He's at Orem, the BYU commit, as Taylor makes the first free throw.
That's number 30, Jack Taylor, on the line shooting the free throws. Made the first one.
So Taylor, the senior, will be the go-to guy for Lone Peak this season. His second free throw up and no good. Bay tries to hold on to it, and that was Brimhall that got the rebound, but he stepped on the line, so it's Cottonwood's ball. Knights with a 5-point lead. It's come up on 2 minutes to go. 2:25 left in our opening quarter. Still had a lot of whistles so far as the Knights with that full court press. Yates over the far side for Park. Colts go to work in the half court. Baseline pass, now Bay kicks it out. Park, nice grab on the far side. Now drives himself in the lane. Scoop and unable to get it to go, but he gets a foul.
Foul's called on number 32.
That'll be Logan Brimhall's second foul. And that'll send Luke Park to the line. Luke Park, one of the 3 returning starters for Cottonwood this season. The senior averaging 8.5 points per game last year. Also led the team in assists and steals. As that first free throw is up and good. Makes it a 4-point game.
And number 1, Enoch Mitchell.
Enoch Mitchell checks in for the Knights. As Brimhall has to check out, or excuse me, Simons checks out. Second free throw from Parks up and good. And it's back to a 3-point game. 2:05 left in quarter number 1 of the 2024 season. Taylor near side, kicks it up top. As Cole Caton now gives it to Taylor, who's got his 3rd three.
Number 30, Jackson Taylor with his 3rd three-pointer. We got a whistle.
We'll see what the call is here. They call a flop on Taylor.
Warning on that.
So we'll see. That'll be Cottonwood's ball out of it.
We got a timeout.
And a couple of substitutions. Fotheringham checks out. Sam Suarez back in for the Knights. As it's Cottonwood ball. Still 16-10 though. The 3 counts after the flop warning on Taylor. Taylor with 9 points of the 16 that Lone Peak scored here is Park. Cut off at the baseline. Now kicks out Bay looking for his 3rd three. That one no good. Taylor comes up with a board. Taylor gives it off to Mitchell. Near side now for Caton. Now Caton up top. Toulson over the far side, Mitchell. Down low, Suarez, cross court. Taylor's open, looking for a 4th three. That one no good. Pass back inside. Taylor swatted away by Atem. 1:05 to play in the opening quarter as Malay Atem comes up with a block.
Just a hair over 1 minute in the first quarter.
To keep Taylor from reaching double figures here in this first quarter. Late check substitution for Cottonwood. Bo Smith checks in for Hamilton Lease. As Taylor set to inbound, 10 on the shot clock. Bay high off the glass, no good. Rebound Suarez. And Taylor will slow things down. Shot clock is off with 15 seconds left.
Got a whistle. Shot clock's off. We got 14
So the
seconds.
shot clock was reset to 35. They turned it off here with 14.1 seconds left. The Knights will hold for the final shot. And almost stolen away by Park. Mitchell keeps it to Taylor for 3. That one off the front iron. Caton up top, Atem with a steal at the horn. Shot's not in time, and that will do it for the opening quarter here from Cottonwood High School. The Knights with a 19-10 lead, 9 points for Jackson Taylor. Welcome back. 8 minutes back up on the clock. The Knights with a 19-10 lead as we head into our second quarter of play. Matt Coleman here from Cottonwood High, kicking off the 2024-25 season in high school basketball here in the state of Utah. Both these teams kicking things off. They'll be back in action on Friday for Cottonwood. They'll be at Richfield. Meanwhile, Lone Peak's next game will be at home against Alta on Monday. As both teams kicking off the non-region play. A couple tournaments and showcases over the next couple weeks for both these schools. As we're underway, quarter number 2. Park gives it a Bay near side. They'll play catch. Back to Bay. Lone Peak in that 2-on-2. Park had a little bit of room. Decides to get rid of it. Now Bay Up top, Yates from long range, and he connects for three. Tommy Yates with the three-pointer. Cuts the lead down to 6. Fotheringham switching with Taylor. Now Taylor back to Fotheringham. Yates applying pressure, gives it to Toulson in the corner. Open space as he drives inside and puts it off the glass. Drew Toulson with 5 points so in this first half. Taylor led all scorers with 9 in that first quarter. That pass is inside. Trying to corral it is Smith. And we're going to get a jump ball. Arrows with the Knights, so the Knights will get the ball with 6:55 to go to halftime. Up 21-13. Tangus Bay is the leading scorer for Cottonwood with 6 points in that first quarter. Deep three from Taylor, another one. That's his fourth. 4 threes for him as it's quickly the other way. Smith puts up 2 points and a timeout called by the Knights. So points from both teams quickly in that one. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. As both teams able to get quick baskets there. Jackson Taylor with 12 points to lead the way so far in this one. Averaged 10 points a game in the season previous for the Knights. Also led to the team, leads all the returners in 3 points made, rebounds, assists, and steals. We mentioned that before. Kind of match up him along with John Rosevear. They're the two leading scorers coming back from last season for these two schools. Interesting stat line from Rosevear. Played in 27 games last year, had double digits in all 27 games last year as a junior. So far, Rosevear tonight held off the score sheet. Not out there right now for the Colts as the Knights get things back underway with 6.5 to go. Simons near side Taylor. Back to Simons, now Fotheringham battling with Atem over there. Atem almost another steal, leads to a Fotheringham open three, and he's got it. 27-15. As Fotheringham has 3 points. Back comes the other way. The Colts got 2 points there. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be back to the Colts.
That was Luke Park with the last basket. I was looking down and didn't catch that.
Luke Park had his first bucket of the game on that last one. Austin Simons comes back in for Lone Peak. As Park has it stolen away, Suarez to the cup for 2.
That was number 12, Sam Suarez.
And the lead up to double digits now and a foul.
Foul's called on number 2, Austin Simons.
Austin Simons' second foul. First team foul of the second quarter. As the Colts will inbound here on the near side. Full court press again here for the Knights. And we're going to get another flop. Another flop warning, this one on Yates.
We've got a flop warning on
So both
20,
Jackson Taylor and Tommy Yates have flop warnings in this game so far. Cottonwood will keep the ball. We'll try and re-inbound here. They go all the way across to Bo Smith. Smith gives it back up top to Park. 25 on the shot clock as Park looks to drive. Kicks it out, attempt, and we're getting a technical foul. This is on the Cottonwood coach, Mark Miller. That'll be his first technical. And they'll give the ball back to the Knights for some free throws here. Taylor will take the shots. Jackson Taylor, 13 points tonight. He's 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. This one is up and good.
First one's good.
Makes it a 13-point game. Second free throw off the technical foul. That one no good. So 2 for 4 goes Taylor from the line. Lone Peak will get the ball after the foul as well. 30-17 in favor of the Knights. 5:33 to go here in our second quarter. As a bad pass leads to a wide open play for Park. Able to make the Knights pay on the turnover. Simonson Mitchell kicks it out. Taylor thought about it for a moment. Now drives. Free throw line pass down low, stolen by Yates. Colts back the other way. Out top to Park as the Colts settle things down. Yates battling on Taylor. Now kicks it out. Smith back up top. Attempt, lost the handle on it, and it'll be back court on Cottonwood. 30-19 here. As now Rosevear will check back in for Bo Smith. Again, Rosevear has not had a game on the varsity squad that he hasn't scored at least 10 points. Looking for his first points tonight is Taylor, number 5 tonight for Jackson Taylor. Jackson Taylor with 5 threes tonight. He's got 18 or 17 points. As inside and no good was the shot from Lease. Pull up from the free throw line. That one from Mitchell, no good. The rebound collected by Rosevear. Looks to drive on Taylor and picks up the foul on that one. That'll be Taylor's first. As Toulson and Brimhall come back in. Suarez and Mitchell will check out. Tengiz Bay back in for Cottonwood as Luke Park will check back out. 33-19 here with 4:26 left. Cottonwood with the ball to get it into Yates. Tommy Yates with 3 points tonight. Kicks it up top to Bay. Lost it in his feet, dives for the ball, and it's another tie-up. And it should be another jump ball here. They give the foul to Toulson, actually. That'll be the third team foul for Lone Peak in the second quarter as Toulson picks up his first. Knights will have one more foul to give. Inbound here right in front of the Lone Peak bench as they get it back to Yates. Toulson on him. Lone Peak doing a good job with that full court press as that pass in looking for Rosevear inside, stolen away by Taylor. And back come the Knights. Halfway gone through our second quarter. Simons looking to drive. Too strong. Rebound comes down to Lease. Outlet pass Yates. Yates tried to give it back to Rosevear and Ted turned it over. Simons gets in the passing lane, kicks it over to Fotheringham. Quickly Taylor looking for three, number 6. That one no good. And a foul behind the play. 32, that'll be Brimhall. That's his third. So 3 fouls for Brimhall now. That's the 4th team foul for Lone Peak. So the Colts in the bonus for the rest of the way. Brimhall checks back out. Suarez checks back in for the Knights. Atem checks out for Cottonwood. As Park leads the charge here for the Cottonwood Colts. Brings it back outside as the Colts set up. Dumps it off to Rosevear. Jumps inside. That shot too short. Gets his own rebound. Second time's up and in. First bucket tonight for John Rosevear. Makes it a 12-point game with 3:15 to go. Toulson up top, Simons. Now to Fotheringham. Bull to the top. Thought about a shot. Now dribbles. Now fires. Hits another 3. That's his 3rd 3 of the night. The Knights doing well from the 3-point line tonight. As Roosevelt leaves it. Pass in and out of the hands of Taylor. Comes right to Park, who lays it off and in. Kind of a funny play over there as it pinballed around. As Luke Park now with 6 points. Near side Toulson, down low Suarez. Now up top, Fotheringham looking for his 4-3. He's got it. Taylor and Fotheringham doing damage from the three-point line. Back the other way, up and under as Tengiz Bey. Highlights on both ends there. Fotheringham with 12 points, Jackson Taylor with 17 points. Most of those all coming from the three-point line. As the Knights have a 14-point lead. Park, nice spin in the lane and gets it to go. 8 points for Park. And it's back to a 12-point game. 1:45 left to halftime. Over to Fotheringham, wide open. 5th three of the game. 5 threes for Fotheringham, 5 threes for Taylor in the first half. And it's a 15-point lead for the Knights. Timeout on the floor. We'll take the timeout as well. 1:37 to go to halftime. Lone Peak with the lead. Welcome back. 1:37 to go to halftime. 42-27 your score. Lone Peak with a 15-point lead. Thanks to 10 three-pointers made from Crew Fotheringham and Jackson Taylor. Interesting stat, Crew Fotheringham, the sophomore, in his limited time last year, had 5 made threes the entire season for Lone Peak. In his first game here in his sophomore season, he's got 5 tonight. Well past his career high. His career high was 6 points coming in tonight. He's got 15 in the first half. Cottonwood looking to answer the three as Park leaves it for Bay. Thought about a shot, now a step back three. That one's short. Rebound loose. Lease has it underneath him, trying to deliver it to somebody. And it'll be a jump ball. It'll stay with the Colts. 1:23 to go in the second quarter. Second jump ball of the quarter is the substitution just a little late as Rosevear drives inside and gets it to go. Second basket of the night for Rosevear. It's a 13-point game despite the three-point barrage. Toulson looking for his second three. That one no good. Rebound settled by Bo Smith. And that one, nice move. That one's Luke Park. 10 points for him in the first half. And just like that, it's an 11-point game. Final minute of the quarter. As the lead to Fotheringham, wide open is Caton in the corner. That one's short. Ball still loose, and a foul is called on the Knights.
Foul's called on number 4 for Lone Peak. That is Skylar Andrioli. That's his first foul.
Skylar Andrioli in there for the Knights. That's the junior. Picks up his first foul. It'll be in the bonus now for the Colts. So Tengiz Bey will shoot his first free throws. First free throws here for Cottonwood. Is that one no good? Check substitutions on both sides as Rosevear checks out for Cottonwood. Gates and Atem come in. We'll see Hamilton Lease check out. Fotheringham checks out for Lone Peak as Mitchell comes back in. Second free throw for Bays, up and short. Rebound Suarez. 9-second difference between the shot and game clock here for Lone Peak with an 11-point lead. Mitchell pulls up the dribble at the top, gives it over to Toulson. 20 on the shot clock. Atem on him, gives it over to Caton. Looks to drive, that one cut off by Yates. Now Toulson, 10 seconds on the shot clock and a foul by Atem. That'll be the second team foul, so no free throws here. It'll be inbounds underneath the basket. And Lease will check back in for a 10. 17.5 left in the first half. Shot clock is off now as that one almost stolen away by Park. Suarez up top, Toulson. Toulson picks up the dribble, gives it over to Suarez. Clock down to 5. As Suarez has it loose and a jump ball, the third one of the quarter. Arrow stays with the Knights, so Lone Peak will get one last shot here with 3.2 left before the halftime break. Taylor to inbound, gives it to Suarez. 2 seconds, one quick shot from Simons is no good. And that will do it for the first half here from Cottonwood High School, the season opener for both these teams. And the Knights have an 11-point lead. We'll step aside for the halftime break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes to bring you the third quarter. Again, at the half, it's the Lone Peak Knights 42 and the Cottonwood Colts 31. You're watching high school basketball here on KSL Sports Rewind. We'll be back after the halftime break. All right, well, basketball fans, welcome back. Getting ready to start our third quarter here between Cottonwood and Lone Peak. The Knights with a 42-31 lead. Thanks to 32 combined points between Kruth, Fotheringham, and Jackson Taylor. Both have 5 threes in this game. That's leading the way for the Knights as Cottonwood gets our third quarter going. Luke Park, leading scorer for the Colts in that first half with 10 points, looks to drive. Gives it back to Bay. 3-pointer in and out, no good. Rebound Taylor. And here come the Knights. Taylor leaves it for Mitchell. Now Fotheringham. Career night for the sophomore with 15 points so far. Mentioned his previous total in limited action as a freshman last year. Had 6 points was his highest total. As Simon gets caught and a timeout called by the Knights. We'll take the timeout here as well. 30-second timeout here on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back. 7:20 to go here in our third quarter. The Knights with the ball. 10 seconds left on their shot clock out of the timeout here. Knights with an 11-point lead. Knights won the first quarter 19-10. Second quarter a little bit closer, 23-21 in favor of the Knights. As we're back underway, Taylor looking for his 6th three of the night. That one no good. Good rebound by Suarez though. Keeps the possession alive. Now Simons alone for 3. That one off the back iron. And rebound to Rosevear. Rosevear drives inside, gets the hoop and the harm. John Rosevear gets 2 points and he'll go to the line for the first time tonight.
Sam Suarez, that's his first foul.
That'll be fouls on Sam Suarez, his first. As Rosevear looks to complete the 3-point play, that one no good. Rosevear now with 6 points tonight. Trying to extend his double-digit streak to 28 games here tonight. 4 points away from that. As that pass inside, alley-oop pass in and out. There's a chance for Simons. That one last touched by the Knights, so it'll be Cottonwood basketball. 6:43 left here in our third quarter. As Park almost stumbles over himself, throws it to Rosevear who keeps it in play. Kicks it out, Bay for 3. That one's short. Rebound Mitchell. And Mitchell brings it across the timeline, stops at the top of the key. Taylor for 3, that one's short. As Rosevear with another rebound and a foul. This one will be on Mitchell.
Foul's called on number 1, Sam Suarez. That's the second foul on him.
That'll be the second on Mitchell. Pass near side for Bay. That's 2 fouls now for Lone Peak here in this third quarter. Bay over to Park. Colts settle things down. 20 on the shot clock as Park goes inside. And it's down to a 7-point game. So an early run here for the Colts. 4-0 run to start the half. As pass inside, that one pinballs around. It's collected by Simons in the corner. 13 on the shot clock. Nice pass inside. Suarez, that one off target. This will be another backcourt on the Knights. Their second one tonight. As Cottonwood takes over with 5:34.
There's a ball. It's backcourt violation. It's Cottonwood's basketball. I'm with this. Here we go.
As we get a first substitution of the third quarter, Toulson checks in for Enoch Mitchell. Mitchell with the 2 fouls. Only player on either side in foul trouble is Logan Brimhall for Lone Peak. He's got 3 fouls so far tonight. As Park, nice move inside, leaves it off for an alley-oop touch from Bo Smith. Had 1 bucket in the first half. Has another one here, and it's down to a 5-point game. 6-0 run to start the quarter. Suarez to Toulson. Fotheringham, round the horn it goes. Back up top, and a traveling violation. That'll be the second turnover of the quarter for Lone Peak. With 5:11 to go. 5-point game, 42-37 here. As the Colts have found their way back into this game. Park leaves it for Rosevear. Looks to drive into the paint, pulls up the dribble, backs inside. That one too strong. And a foul called on the Colts, I believe.
Foul's called on number 12.
Oh, no, it's on the Knights. Sam Suarez picks up his second.
2 for him. Just one.
That'll be Suarez's first foul, actually. As that one's up and in.
That's good.
And it's down to a 3-point game. 8-row run here for the Colts to open the quarter. Pass to Fotheringham. Drives inside. Mid-range jumpers up and in.
Number 15 for Fotheringham.
As they'll snap the 8-0 run. 17 now for Fotheringham as Park kicks it out to Bay. Now inside, and a foul is called. That'll be on Taylor. That should be his second.
Foul's called on number 30.
See if it's a shooting foul or not. I don't think it is.
Checking the game for
It will be just a inbounds here for the Colts. Brimhall checks in along with Cole Caton for Lone Peak. That's the 4th team foul on Lone Peak, so Cottonwood in the bonus now. As Smith up top to Bay. Rosevear open near side, drives, still has space, and he goes in for 2. 8 points for John Rosevear tonight. Back to a 3-point game. Toulson, near side Fotheringham, inside Simons. Backs his man in. That one blocked as Smith gets a hand on it. And the Colts can tie the game with a 3 here. The Colts haven't led since it was 3-1 to start this game. Near side Smith, down low Rosevear. Looks to back down Toulson. Kind of a wild shot. That one no good. Brimhall with the board. Up ahead it comes. Simons inside. Almost gets it to go. And Brimhall had it stolen away. Tough touch by the Cottonwood. So the Knights will maintain possession with 3:37 to go. .33 on the shot clock for the Knights. Caton gives it to Simons. Looks to drive inside. Stops. And he travels again. Second travel on Simons in this quarter. That's the 3rd turnover.
Lone Peak's up by 3.
3-point game here as Enoch Mitchell will check back in as Simon will check out. Mitchell with 2 fouls in this one. As wide open near side was Lease. Gives it over to Smith. Now kicks it out Rosevear. Back out Smith. Pump fake. Drives inside and a foul down low. This will be on Fotheringham. That'll be his first. It's a blocking foul. That'll send Bo Smith to the line.
That's the first one I've got for him.
6 points tonight for the 6'3" senior. Colts still looking for their first made free throw of the game. They're 0 for 4 tonight. That one's up and good.
First one's good.
Makes it a 2-point game. 7 points now for Smith. Looking for 8. That one no good. In and out, and it stays a 2-point game. 3:15 now and counting. Pass far side, Toulson. Up top, Fotheringham. Over back to Mitchell. Looks to drive. Goes up and gets the 2.
Number 1, Enoch Mitchell with the layup.
That'll be Enoch Mitchell's first bucket of the game. He's got 1 free throw made and a turnover on the Colts here. Yates will check in for Lease. Caden checks out for Taylor. 4-point game here, 46-42, 2:58 to go in the third quarter. Fotheringham kicks it out top. Mitchell gets through 1 foul. No shot as that one's fouled. That'll be on Yates. First foul on Yates. That'll be the second team foul on Cottonwood. Reset below the Lone Peak basket. Good pass inside. Brimhall denied, but a foul. They'll call that one on Bo Smith. Look like he tried to go for the block. Instead, it's a foul. Cottonwood students aren't happy about that one. That'll send Logan Brimhall to the line first time tonight for the sophomore. Looking for his first points of the night. That one no good. The second free throw upcoming. Colts students trying to make some noise. That one no good too. And rebound corralled by Bay. Had it poked away. And it'll stay with Cottonwood. Good hands there from Mitchell. And again, Lone Peak in that full court press. They've been doing it all game tonight. Pass over to the far side is open is Rosevear. Cottonwood sets up. Rosevear across the free throw line. Now spins in the lane. Tough shot, no good. Rebound Lone Peak. Fotheringham across the timeline. Up atop, Taylor quickly to Mitchell. Leaves it for Toulson. He's got 1 free tonight, make it 2. 8 points for Toulson. As Cottonwood looks to answer quickly, and Park does it again. Back to a 5-point game. Luke Park with 12 points tonight. Fotheringham gives it to Mitchell. Looks for a circus shot layup. No good. Rebound Brimhall. And that one's last touched by the Colts. It'll stay with Lone Peak with 1:58 to go. 5-point lead here for the Knights. 8-0 run to start the quarter for Cottonwood has pulled them within striking distance here as that layup's no good. Ball's loose on the deck. As Fotheringham had it for a moment, and they're going to call a foul on the Colts. And it's going to be on Rosevear.
Foul's called on number 4, John Rosevear.
That'll be his third.
Checking the game for Cottonwood, number 21.
They'll check out. Atem back in for Cottonwood. That ball was just loose all over the place. Lone Peak keeps the ball. Third team foul for Cottonwood. Pass inside Fotheringham. Taylor open for 3. That one no good. Rebound and held up by Brimhall. It's a jump ball.
Possession arrow goes to Lone Peak.
Arrow stays with the Knights, so we'll stay on this side with 1:45 to go. Should be a new shot clock here for Lone Peak. Cross court, and Fotheringham just keeps his feet on the right side of the timeline as he crawls that one in, and Atem takes a foul. That'll be his second. That's a fourth now on Cottonwood. So now the Knights in the bonus. Cottonwood with 4 fouls in the quarter. Lone Peak with 5. Taylor looking for somewhere to go. Gives it to Toulson. Leaves it for Fotheringham. Again, new shot clock as Fotheringham drives inside. Too strong. And Smith had it for a moment. And they'll call the foul on Brimhall. That should be on Brimhall, I believe. That'll be his 4th. And it'll be free throws for the Colts. So Brimhall down to his final foul now for the night. And he'll most likely have to check out. Suarez waiting at the scorer's table. It'll be 2 shots for Bo Smith. He's 1 for 2 from the line. First free throw's up and good. Makes it back to a 4-point game. Tangus Bay and Hamilton Lease check back in for Cottonwood as Rosevear and Atem will check out. Brimhall checks out for Suarez for the Knights. Smith with 8 points tonight. Can't get the second one to go, and it stays a 4-point game. Final 90 seconds of the quarter. And it's Fotheringham across the timeline. Near side, Toulson. Has Yates on him. Pulls up the dribble, gives it to Suarez. Suarez looks to drive, kicks it out. Mitchell open in the corner. That one too strong. Corralled by Elise, quickly ahead Yates. Leaves it for Bay, open for 3. It's good! Tangus Bay's 3rd 3 of the night makes it a 1-point game. Toulson looking for his 3rd 3. It's good! Back-to-back 3s. As that will stay with the Knights. Tipped out of bounds. 38.7 to go, 4-point game. Toulson now with 11 points tonight. Bay's now got 11 points as well as he checks out. Lease back in. Taylor looking for a 3 of his own. That one's short. Both him and Fotheringham had 5 threes in the first half. Neither of them have made one since. As less than a second difference between the shot and game clock here. So Cottonwood can hold for pretty much the last shot. Park with Fotheringham on him. Clock down to 15. Looking to take Fotheringham one-on-one. Clock down to 10. Park looking to drive. Inside, looks for Yates in the corner. Got it! Thomas Yates, his second 3 of the night, makes it a 1-point game. The Colts dominate the 3rd quarter. It's a 1-point game going to the final frame. We'll be back to ring in the 4th quarter coming up next here on KSL Sports Rewind. Welcome back. And buckle up, folks, because it's going to be a fun finish here. 4th quarter ready to start. It's a 1-point game. The Colts outscore the Knights 20-9 in the 3rd frame to come back into it. An 8-0 run to start the quarter. Tommy Yates with the last 3 to make it a 1-point game. Everything to play for here between the 4A Colts and the 6A Knights. Kicking off their seasons here tonight. That's your next game's up. Cottonwood will take on Richfield on Friday night, while Lone Peak will be back at home against Alta on Monday to continue their non-region slate. The games come fast and furious before the Christmas and New Year's break here, before we'll settle down for region play in the new year. All culminating in the 6A, 5A, 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A tournaments. Second week of February is when those start. As we're ready to go, quarter number 4 here. Cottonwood with the ball. looking for their first lead since the first quarter. Park drives inside, kicks it out to Yates, looking for another three. Got it! Tommy Yates gives Cottonwood the lead, 54-52, 9 points now for Tommy Yates. And the Knights trail for the first time in a while here tonight. Toulson over to Fotheringham. Near side, Toulson for three. He answers back. Drew Toulson, fourth three of the night. 14 points for him. Is back the other way. Luke Park has always had an answer after a three from Lone Peak. He's up to 14 points. Mentioned Fotheringham and Taylor. They combined for 30 in that first half as this three is short. Rebound Smith. 30 points combined between the two. They had 2 points total combined in that third quarter. Park looking to drive. Up and in. Count the foul.
Number 11, Park with the layup. Basket's good. Got a foul called on number 5 on the shot.
16 points now for Luke Park.
It's going to put number 11, Luke Park, in the line.
Fouls on Toulson. That's his second.
Number 2,
Austin Simons comes in for Suarez as Luke Park has given Cottonwood a lead here. And now it's a 4-point lead. Largest lead of the night for Cottonwood. Give him 17 points now for Luke Park. Fotheringham looking to answer. That one too strong. Rebound picked up by Cottonwood. And a foul here on the near side. That'll be Mitchell, his third.
I didn't catch the number, Rick. Foul's called on number.
That'll be the second on Lone Peak.
Foul's called on number 1.
Tangus Bay will check in. That's, according to the stat book downstairs, that was the fourth foul on Mitchell. And there'll be a full timeout called here by the Knights. We'll take the timeout as well. 6:23 to go. The Colts with a 4-point lead.
Here they come.
Welcome back. 6:23 to go in our game tonight. Cottonwood with a 4-point lead, 59-55. They have stormed back in the second half. A 20-point third quarter for the Colts. More importantly, good defense from Cottonwood tonight. Only 9 points for Lone Peak in that third quarter. As the Colts will get the ball out of the timeout here. Park leads the way with 17 points. Tangus Bay 11 points. Tommy Yates with 11 points. The three scorers in double figures for Cottonwood tonight. As Park gives it to Yates. Now Park looks to drive, kicks down low. Smith in and out of the hands, stolen away by the Knights. Mitchell into the front court. Gives it to Taylor. He's been quiet this second half. Same with Fotheringham as he kicks it out to Mitchell. Now Simons looks to drive, gets in the lane, scoops it up. That one no good. Rebound Smith, and good play from the Colts. Able to throw that off of Lone Peak and out. It'll stay Cottonwood ball. As Brimhall's going to check back in for Lone Peak. He's got 4 fouls for Lone Peak tonight. As Mitchell will check out. 5:42 to go in our game. Yates gives it to Smith. Back to Yates. Again, that full court pressure here from the Knights. They back off. Now Park looks to drive the lane. Leaves it off for Smith, who goes off the glass for 2. 6-point lead for the Colts. As Toulson lost the handle, and that'll be a double dribble. 10 points now for Smith after the turnover there. 5:21 left, 6-point game as they give it to Park. Park with a lane, gives up to Smith and can't complete the pass. Back to Lone Peak it comes. Brimhall over to Simons. Simons looks to drive. Open lane. Gives it down. Brimhall goes up for two. First points tonight for Logan Brimhall. Makes it a 4-point game. Under 5 minutes now to go. Park looks to drive. Everyone collapses. Fadeaway jumper, no good. And rebound by the Knights. Fotheringham brings it across. Over to Taylor. Drives inside, kicks it out. Toulson. Around the horn it goes. Back down low for Brimhall. Back to Simons. Looks to drive on Yates. And an offensive foul. Laned in with that elbow. That'll be the third foul on Simons. Third on the Knights here in the fourth quarter. As Fotheringham checks out, Cole Caton will check back in for Lone Peak. Cottonwood ball off of the offensive foul. 4:30 to go. Colts with a 4-point lead.
4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the game.
Yates to inbound. Up ahead, Smith will leave it for Park. Leading scorer tonight gives it a Rosevear who's checked back in. Lone Peak in that zone. Cottonwood content to just bleed as much time as they can off the clock here. The shot clock down to 10. Park hesitates. Now looks near side. Bay drives in the lane. Turnaround jumper. That one's short. Rebound Brimhall. Taylor near side. Over to Caton. Simons at the top. Gives it to Taylor. Open for three. It's good. 6-3 of the night for Jackson Taylor. As Park looks to answer on the other side, no good. Ball is going to be sent out of bounds. It'll be off of Lone Peak. 20 points now for Jackson Taylor tonight. As the timeout's called by the Colts. 3:28 to go. It's a 1-point game. We'll be right back here on KSL Sports Rewind. 3:28 to go in our season opener here on KSL Sports Rewind. So glad you guys could join us for tonight's game. Again, night 2 of the season here in the state of Utah. We had a handful of games last night to kick off the season for the boys. Girls basketball also getting underway this week. We'll have the conclusion of the fall sports tomorrow with the high school championships. Be sure to tune in to KSL Sports Rewind all day tomorrow for all 3 of the state championship games, the 6A, 5A, and 4A finals. Lone Peak taking on Corner Canyon in the 6A final. Bountiful and Roy, a Region 5 matchup for the 5A crown. Spanish Fork and Crimson Cliffs for the 4A state title game tomorrow. As again, the Colts just going to try and bleed as much time as they can here as the clock reads 3:10, 15 seconds left on the game clock, or shot clock, excuse me. Now down to 10 is Rosevear for 3. That one no good. Smith with the board and throws it off a defender to keep it in possession of Cottonwood. More importantly for the Colts, the shot clock resets. They can try and kill another 30 seconds off the clock, now sitting at 2:56. It's a 1-point game. Tangus Bay holds it up top. Jackson Taylor on him. Park races for it, gets away from Simons. Tries to cut in the lane, pulls up the dribble, and a foul called on Lone Peak. And that'll be on Brimhall. That'll be his 5th, as he will foul out with 2 points tonight.
That's 5 for Logan Brimhall.
Fotheringham checks back in. We need 1 more for Lone Peak. Only 4 4 Knights out there. Head coach Rob Ross trying to see who he's going to pick. It'll be Suarez. He'll check back in.
Number 12, Sam Suarez.
That is the 4th team foul on Lone Peak, so it's the bonus the rest of the way for Cottonwood. Still no team fouls for the Colts in this quarter. 2:37 to go. Up top, Yates gives it a Bay. Leaves it for Park as the Colts again will try to bleed the clock. Cross-court pass. Back and forth as shot clock now reads to 15. Coming up on 2 minutes left in the game as Yates has it. Back to Rosevear. Yates open in the corner. Three's no good. Rebound Lone Peak. 2:05 to go, 1-point game. Fotheringham. One-on-one with Park. Looks to drive inside. Gives it to Taylor. Quick shot three. It's good. 7th three of the night for Jackson Taylor. And the Knights have the lead with 1:49 to go.
30-second timeout call. 30-second timeout.
Timeout call by the Knights. Will stay here for this one. As the Knights retake the lead with 1:49 to play. That now gives Taylor 23 points tonight. That ties his career high. 7 made threes for Jackson Taylor tonight. Had the most points of anybody returning on this Lone Peak roster. Has been leading the way so far here for the Knights. Trying to close things out on night 1 of the season. So to reset things, 1:49 to go in the ball game. It's Cottonwood ball out of the timeout. Again, the foul situation. Cottonwood's in the bonus.
Here we go, 1 minute.
And the Colts still have 4 fouls to give. As that was turned over, Simons inside, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes back up with it and gets it to go.
That's number 2, Austin Simons.
A turnover off of the inbounds for Cottonwood. And now it's a 4-point lead for Lone Peak. Park gets in the lane, kicks it out. Rosevear looks to drive himself. That one's just a little too strong. Rebound Mitchell. And now Lone Peak can bleed the clock. Again, Cottonwood has to foul 4 times before Lone Peak's in the bonus. Mitchell looks to drive. Stops at the free throw line. Kicks it out Taylor. Can he get his 8th free of the night? He does. Timeout Cottonwood. What a night for Jackson Taylor. 26 points. And it's a 7-point lead for the Knights. We'll take the timeout on this one. 68-61 with 1:03 to play. 1:03 to go in our ball game tonight. 68-61 Lone Peak. Thanks to Jackson Taylor. 26 points tonight. All but 2 of them coming from 3-point line. He's got 8 made threes tonight. Cottonwood ball out of the timeout again. The Colts need a foul 4 times to get into the bonus. They haven't committed a foul this quarter. But they got to hurry down to the final 60 seconds. Rosevear leaves it for Bay. Gives it to Park. Park looks to drive on the zone. Stops, pulls up, short. Rebound Smith. Smith, top Rosevear. He'll fire a 3. That one too strong. Rebound to Suarez. And a foul. That one should be on Park.
That's Luke Park.
With 40.1 left, that's the first foul on Park. First team foul for Cottonwood. Taylor inbound here on the near side. Simons will get fouled that one time by Bay. That'll be his second. Still 2 more fouls to give here for Cottonwood, as we're 3 seconds away from the shot clock being turned off. 38.1 on the clock. Give it to Taylor. Quickly to Simons, who's fouled by Smith.
Got another foul call on number 5.
That'll be Smith's third, and the clock down to 37.2.
Bo Smith. It's 3 for him.
Cottonwood still has 1 more to give before the bonus kicks in. Inbound at midcourt this time. Kick it out wide open. Mitchell on that far side. He'll get it over the timeline and then be fouled by Yates. That'll turn the shot clock off as the clock runs down to 34 seconds left. Now that'll be the last to give for Lone Peak. Toulson checks in for Suarez. Cole Catton will check in as well. Simons checks out. Next foul will send the Knights to the line as Toulson gets it in the backcourt. And he'll be fouled.
And we get another foul called on.
That one should be on Bay.
20.
Nope, it's on Yates. His third.
That'll be 5. We'll be shooting.
That'll send Toulson to the line for the first time tonight. First free throw's up and good, which will extend the lead out to 8. It's just the 4th made free throw for the Knights tonight. Cottonwood only made 3 so far tonight. As that one's no good, Toulson bats that out of the hands. It'll be out of bounds. 30.9 to go, 8-point game here. As again, Lone Peak gonna force the issue here. Now backs off as Park looks to drive. Step back 3, that one no good. Rebound Smith, kicks it out. Rosevear will give it a try. That one's good. And timeout for Cottonwood. We'll keep it here for this one as it's a 5-point game now. 69-65, or 64. That's a big one for Rosevear, as that puts him at 12 points tonight. That's now his 28th straight game in a Cottonwood uniform where he scored at least 10 points. Was second team All-State for 4A last season. Head coach Mark Miller trying to orchestrate a comeback here for Cottonwood. It's still just a 5-point game. There's 19.7 to go on the clock. Both teams are in the bonus now. So still a lot of time in this contest. We've seen how effective the three-pointer is in both these teams. Tommy Yates has 4 made threes. Tangus Bay with 3 made threes. Both teams have been shooting the 3 at a high clip in this one so far tonight. Keep in mind, both teams have the flop warning. It is a team rule. It's a new rule this year. The flop warning is a team-issued one. Both teams have it. Another flop called by the officiating crew would lead to technical free throws, as the foul is committed by Hamilton Lease. That should send Fotheringham to the line. It's Fotheringham just 2 points in the second half after putting up 15 on 5 made threes in that first half. Quickly up to the line and makes the first free throw. John Rosevear checks back in. Fotheringham now up to 18 points on the night, make it 19. And it's a 7-point game. Yates down low, Rosevear looks to spin inside. That one too short. Mitchell had it for a moment.
Whistle on the rebound. Foul's called on number 0.
And that'll be on Babe. That'll be a foul on Cottonwood.
Sorry, number 4.
That'll be on, Rosevear. That's the 4th on John Rosevear. That'll send Enoch Mitchell to the line. He's got 1 made free throw tonight. Looking to close things out here with 9.7 left. First free throw's up and good.
First one's good.
Knights averaged 58 points a game on the season last year. They're up to 72 tonight. Make it 73. As the Knights look to be picking up the win on opening night as Park makes a three. That gives them 19 tonight as the horn runs out on the Colts. And it'll be a 6-point win for the Knights.
We'll be back out on Friday night. We've got a girls' game Friday night against...
So Lone Peak gets the win in the season opener.
We think it's Taylorsville. It'll be somebody.
A hard-fought battle between these two schools. We know the Cottonwood expected to win the region in 4A. Lone Peak trying to bounce back after a 500 season last year, trying to get back to the promised land in the season as they pick up the win on opening night. Leading scorer tonight for the Knights was Jackson Taylor at 26 points to lead the way for Lone Peak as they pick up the 1-0 tally in the win column. Cottonwood falls to 0-1. Mentioned the games upcoming. Cottonwood is at Richfield on Friday. Meanwhile, the Knights will be off until Monday as they host Alta, which should be a fun one down there at Lone Peak High. That's going to do it for us here tonight. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining tonight's broadcast. For Tino behind the camera, I'm Matt Coma signing off tonight. Final score, it's the Lone Peak Knights 73 and the Cottonwood Colts 67. You've been watching high school basketball here on KSL Sports Rewind. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next time.